Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shaira and I post planner and lettering videos on this channel. So today I have another plan with me for you, and I was just super briefly showing you where I actually document my plans since I am roughly a month behind right now. I believe I'm planning one of the first weeks of September, so I think this was like September 5th or something like that, right around Labor Day. I don't have my planner in front of me as reference, but I have been using a Muji planner, which one of these days I will show you guys how I pre-plan my week. I only ever kind of show you guys like memory planning and stuff like that, so I did want to do that. This week I am using this kit from my Newest Additction. This is the first time I'm using a kit from my Newest Additction that is an actual weekly kit. I've used their monthly kits before, but not weeklies. So it's actually a really small kit. It's only 3 pages, which is very atypical of kits nowadays, I feel like. But I did really enjoy that it was only 3 pages because it helped me kind of pull some stuff from just like leftovers and stuff like that. So I did end up pulling some in. Right now I'm just putting down the bottom washi. They are in 2 pieces. The left side page was actually really interesting because it was the far right part of the bottom washi that ended up being on its own. So it's a little bit more similar to the Jesenia Printables dated inserts. I do like the general format of what I have right now, where my sidebar is on the left side versus the right. So the pattern on the left side pages, so on the Monday side of everything, it looks a little off, but it doesn't look too bad. I think these colors are just so pretty that like it just looks great overall. I'm doing a little bit of layering here to mark down the month, which I've always been doing lately. So yeah, so I'm just gonna plan out the rest of the week, fill out my sidebar, and then go from there. So this is the week of Labor Day, which was right around, oh, it's September 7th. That's when it starts. So it's right around when we actually got back from taking our little road trip, which I talked about in my last plan with me. So it was really nice to be able to reset, just like not being home, seeing things other than just like the 4 walls of my home. But it is about a month back now, and I am trying to catch up. But one thing I've realized is with just the whole working from home situation, burnout is so much easier to kind of encounter. To those of you who are working from home during the pandemic, I'd love to kind of hear about like your thoughts on burnout and how it's been for you just overall. I know there's a lot of people who are totally thriving at the fact that we're home. I think for me, it's a little hit or miss. I think there's times when I'm just like, oh my God, it's great because I get to nap in the middle of the day whenever I'm like actually free. But also I think just, and I've talked about this before, just the lack of separation between work and life really gets difficult, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people are kind of in that same boat. So I just love to hear your thoughts on like how it's been for you working from home. Has burnout been an issue for you? How have you been kind of beating burnout in general? Right now, I am definitely struggling with it a little bit. I have been trying to just like do other things aside from like get deep into work. Like obviously getting back into planning was one of those things. So that helped a bit. And also like going on a trip right before this, like I said, did help. But I mean, a month later, I'm already a little bit more burnt out than I would have expected to be. I usually like take a vacation around now, and I normally don't feel this burnt out at this point, I would say, just given like the nature of the work that I do. But yeah, I'd love to kind of just hear like what you're thinking. I have tried to build out a little bit more routine, but I think it's just the fact that like I actually don't really leave the house very much. I know it's kind of weird hearing that like, oh yeah, I went on this like road trip and everything, but like that was one of the few days that we were actually not home. Most days we're literally just home, staying indoors, avoiding most people. So yeah. But anyways, I got to pull in a lot of rose gold foil with this spread because the kit itself came with rose gold foil, and I really love that. This is the second kit that I'm using that's sunflower themed. I think that's it for now. There might be like sunflowers and other kits that I have, but this is the last like dedicated sunflower one. If you didn't know yet, sunflowers are my favorite flower, and so especially at the late part of summer, early fall kind of time, I really enjoy like seeing sunflowers around, because obviously they come in season, and then just kind of bringing it into my planner a little bit more. But yeah, so I'm just filling out the rest of the week. I think it might be so easy for me to get burnt out though, not just because of work and working from home. I think it's probably more Zoom fatigue. So you guys probably see me mention and have heard me mention how like I am in so many meetings in general. I feel like it's becoming more necessary to like do that, to like be aligned at work, especially given that we don't just have those like water cooler conversations to make sure that we're doing what's right. I don't get to just like go to lunch with my coworkers and just be like, hey, let's talk about this one thing, just chat about life and everything. So I think that's probably one part that really ties into that as well. Anyways, since kind of telling you all that I wanted to not just be like, this sticker is from so and so place during my plan with me's, and thinking through like, what do I talk about in my plan with me videos, I run out of just things to say, because I feel like the rest of life is just boring, because most of the days I'm just mostly home, and it's just like the same 9 to 5, getting stuff done for work and all that. But yeah, so if you're ever interested in having me answer questions, or want me to like talk about anything specifically, feel free to let me know. Most weeks, if there is something like out of the ordinary, I would definitely bring it up as something to just highlight during the plan with me. Like last week, the road trip, and then this week, I think the only thing that was a little bit different was that I actually went out to get a pedicure that week, which is really weird when you think about it, now that it's not a normal thing to do anymore. Where I live in San Diego County, indoor like personal services are kind of open again. I know there was one point in the county where things were just opening and then closing back up. So I think right now it's a little bit more stable, even though like obviously a pandemic is still going on. But that's pretty much the whole spread. I'm just filling out some stuff on the sidebar right now. And then really quickly doing a Viv wiggle for the little bit of foil in there, and then going through some leftovers. Hope you all enjoyed watching this plan with me, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.